Hey everybody, it's Sabrina. I am going to continue on with my Week in the Life 2019. I did not finish it before this year's Week in the Life, and then I just set the project aside. But I'd like to finish up this project and move on. That is going to prove hard because as I went through these last 3 days, I just kept finding things that I forgot to print. So I'm going to have to send a little print order off to Persnickety. So again, I am starting off the transparency with the same thing that I've done for the other days, which was just the heart, the cork, and then the stamped pieces. And then I move on to the morning. We have a drawer in our kitchen full of condiment, sauces, and so I just took a little snapshot of that. You can kind of see my son's hand reaching in because he likes to have hot sauce with a lot of his breakfast stuff. So I decided to trim that down and then adhere it so that way I could write a little bit about Friday. And then I also have a picture of the cats who love having their breakfast in the morning while I'm making lunches and breakfast for human kids. So around this time, my husband was also collecting like the most random shoes, and I decided to trim that photo down real small so that way I could kind of explain it. And then I also added in the photo of my daughter going to PM kindergarten. Now, I thought about splitting these photos up, but in the end, I did not want to spend extra time trying to figure it out. So I'm just going to leave it, and, you know, it's my project. I will just leave it, and it'll be fine. So I added a few stickers to that, and I also have a photo down below of us hanging out before we took our daughter to PM kindergarten. And then that page is done. And I will go on to the next page, which is just a full page photo of my son earlier in the morning going to school. And I'm going to staple on one of the die cut hearts and then also some stickers. And then I will go on to the next pocket page. Now, to be honest, for Friday, when I did the storyboard, I had it all planned out, but once I saw my photos, I didn't know what happened. A lot of things were not going to work the way that I had them planned out, so I'm going to have to do some fixing. Like right here, I stamp out Friday and do this stamped card like I've done on a few other days, and then I was kind of looking at it, and I decided, you know what, I'm just going to trim this pocket, and it'll just be 2 3x4s. And that's what I was doing right there. I was punching holes so that way I could create a 4x6 horizontal pocket. So I trimmed that off, and it's just a close-up of my Go Girl and then seeing a lizard right by our door, which is pretty common around here during the late spring. And then on the back, I'll have 2 photos of my kids playing after school. So it kind of works out better that way. And then I will have that 4x6, which is me in the car, and I will add in a little piece that says in the car again, staple on some hearts, and I will use that stamped Friday card. I am going to use a big circle piece on the back of this 4x6. That is the Dolly Parton quote. And then also a large orange die cut heart. And I staple it first because I didn't want it to go through my photo on the other side. And then I adhere it down, and then I will move on to my next pages. Just adding in a word sticker, and then I'll be done. I absolutely love this photo because I'm sure many of you can relate. As the mom, somehow I wind up being the pack mule and collecting everything. I guess they're so excited to be home, I wind up carrying everything. So I took a close-up as best as I could of that, added in the embrace real life, and moved on to late afternoon. I have this photo of my son pouring his special Friday drink, and then I stapled on stuff I loved about today. I put a chipboard that says tea for Thursday, so I just switched that out later on when I noticed. And then I have the photo of my friend and I. And this is again where things got a little tricky because I had the photos of me sitting outside and also a close-up of a blooming bush. And then I had a bunch of evening photos, and I was trying to figure out how I goofed this up so much with my storyboard, and I was trying to rotate things and see how I could condense down the page protectors. And what I eventually decided on was that I am going to take the photo of my son pouring his drink and the one of my friend, and I'll just make that a 4x6. And then right here is just gonna be the late afternoon with me, my selfie, and then the blooming bush, and I'll make a 3x4 card with the gray die cut, 2 word stickers, and that journaling card. And then the back will just be very simple, just the photos, a chipboard, and then a heart. Keeping it simple and not trying to overthink my mess up or add more page protectors that aren't really necessary. Added in a double heart and then a sticker that says embrace every moment. And then I am done with this little project that took a little longer than I thought. So I'm gonna put it into the binder, the album, and I will leave the stuff out of the page protectors so I can take some photos. And I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the 5th day for Week in the Life 2019 come together. I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.